Well, Chris, the underlying issue here is something many people don't realize, and I didn't realize it either, which is that airlines, even after you've boarded and got it on your seat and you're ready to go, have the legal right to forcibly take you off the airplane if they've overbooked or something else. I mean, obviously they can do it for public safety reasons if you pose a threat, but I don't think many people realize that they can do it if they've overbooked or they just want the seats for someone else. And you know, my view is once you're on the airplane, they don't have any kind of legal right to forcibly take you off. What they've got to do is what they try to do before you board, which is offer passengers an inducement to deplane. And there is a price at which you're going to get volunteers to get off that airplane, and that's what they should do rather than have this kind of situation.
Agreed, but they didn't. So what is the Customers Not Cargo Act, and how will it fix this?
Well, the Customers Not Cargo Act is a pretty straightforward approach, which says exactly what I just talked about, which is if you have a situation like this in the future, the airline does not have the right to come up to a passenger and say to you, hey, you're going to have to get off this airplane. What they've got to do is say to the passengers on board, we're going to offer you $1,000, or if that's not enough, $1,500, or whatever price is necessary in order to get someone to volunteer to deplane. And there will be a point where passengers do that on a voluntary basis. If you look at this under the regulations right now, if they actually eject you and force you off the airplane, the maximum that they can compensate you for is $1,350. So at some point, it's actually in their financial interest to throw you off the airplane rather than offer you an incentive. That makes no sense.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that tracks and how the airline industry pushes back on that. Let me ask you about a couple of the news items of the day while I have you. The president says he's going to slow down payments to providers of health care to force Democrats to deal. He says he doesn't want to hurt people, but that will be on you guys, not him. Will that get you to the table?
And you know what? This is so reckless and irresponsible. I mean, the president tries to say with a straight face it's not going to hurt people, but it will simply throw a monkey wrench into the system. Instead of trying to mess up the system, we should be looking for ways to improve it. Chris, we've always said that we're willing to work with anybody to improve the Affordable Care Act. What we will not do is be complicit in trying to blow it up and destroy it, which is what President Trump and the Republicans tried to do, and there was a huge public outcry that helped stop it. So fix it, yes, but not be party to an effort to undermine the whole process and whole system.